Hey everyone, the Joyful Yogini here. Happy Monday, or you know what? It doesn't even matter when you're watching this. Whenever you are watching it, it is the most beautiful divine timing. So I am pulling cards for the weekly reading, and I'm using one of my newer decks, the Akashic Tarot. So let's see. Now the way I do cards, everyone has their own unique style, right? But when I'm pulling cards, I tune into the picture and feel the energy from the picture, and then I start getting messages. A channel will open, and then I'll just channel whatever messages come through. What was I gonna say? Oh, if you are interested in my yoga classes, so I have in January, starting on Thursday, January the 18th, it's all levels yoga flow, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have one spot left for in person and lots of opportunity for you to join over Zoom. So it's going to be an 8-week class. If you're wanting to just do a drop-in, if it's in person, it's just if there happens to be a spot available. So you can text me or DM me ahead of time. For Zoom, you can check in the night before, and then I can send you the link. But if you want to join for the eight weeks, it's less expensive there. You're committing to it, and one card's come out so far. There's going to be more cards. Yeah, you're making that commitment. And every week I channel messages. We clear various chakras, so it depends on what comes forward. Ooh, I think, oh, definitely that one. It depends on what comes forward as to which chakras end up being cleared. Healing energy will come through, messages will come through. I use solfeggio frequencies for sound therapy, as well as aromatherapy. If you're in person, you can experience that, and dog therapy too, again, if you're in person. So, okay, 3 cards came up. Oh, and if you're interested in a one-on-one session, oh, my sale just ended, but you know what? I did not take the sale down for my website yet. So if you are interested, my one-on-one sessions are normally $175 Canadian. Right now they're only on for $75. That was supposed to end on Sunday. But if you purchase while it's still up on my website, then I will honor that. It's totally fine. Okay, so the card I have, the first one is Archangel Raphael. Man, he's been coming out a lot lately. So you can see Archangel Raphael has a green crystal, which represents the heart chakra. And he also has a beautiful pink light vibrating outward from his heart. So pink and green are both associated with the heart chakra, and the pink has to do with self-love. So it's been, for the past while, we've all been going through quite a big healing process, transformation process. A lot of healing from the heart chakra. We've also had, healing from other chakras for sure, throat chakra, solar plexus. We've definitely been going through some root stuff. But the message that wants to come through in particular has to do with our heart healing. So as we move forward, each of us, I'm just grabbing this crystal here, each of us there's a certain area in our life where we've had more constriction. We have at least one area in our life where there's been some dissatisfaction, or maybe you haven't felt like there was some movement. You've been longing for something different. You've been working towards manifesting something different in that area of your life. And you have been making strides forward 100%. And you've been seeing evidence of this heart healing, of these changes, of this new lens of perception. as you've been loving yourself more, appreciating yourself, honoring yourself more, making choices that feel right for you within your heart, making choices that some might say selfish, but really we need to honor ourselves, and then we have that much more energy and love to give outwards, which is the green, the green crystal that Raphael is holding. So we're going through yet a new phase, a new level of healing, or we have with the past full moon. And now that we're in the new moon stage, but we're also in Mercury retrograde right now. So things might feel like they've slowed down in some aspects. We're also getting ready for, let's say, the holidays, the winter holidays. Some of you might celebrate Christmas. So it can also be a busy time with parties, with getting things ready, right? So in some aspects, it might be very busy, but in the area that you've been wanting to move forward in, you might have felt to slow down. And which is good, because this slowdown has been helping us to get to a deeper level of perception. So the image that I'm getting, it's like a dustpan. Every once in a while I've been getting this. It's a dustpan and just collecting up the rest of the dust to create clearing. I'm also seeing a bucket of water going on the floor to like cleanse things out, wash things away. They just reminded me about a dream that I had the other day. And we'll see about the interpretation and how it might relate to you. So you can interpret it, how it might relate in what has been going on in your life. So I found I was in a very shallow swimming pool, and my ex was at the other end of the pool, and I noticed that the pool was draining and all the water was almost empty. And so I went into the filter room, whatever it was, to fill up the pool. And then when I came out, there was actually a beach and a lake with several people swimming in the lake, including someone who I knew from high school who was swimming with their family. And so and then the individual who I saw from high school with their family, they came up with their family. And their partner was with them. I think their kids were there too. Their partner was with them. And this is not an actuality because I've never met their partner before. But their partner was, I saw a mixture of beauty and then what society might deem as not so beautiful. So, for example, pimples, anytime I have a pimple on my face, it's like, oh, that's gross, right? And so this person had some pimples on their face, yet beautiful hair and makeup was done. And I said to them, I'm like, wow, you are beautiful. So the message from that I'm taking from it is finding the beauty, focusing on the beauty, on what is presenting, and also the beauty from the past. So we've had lots of opportunities of the past coming to the present in different ways. So whether it's reuniting in some way, seeing someone from the past. I had a high school reunion not too long ago. But also even just certain circumstances that maybe you were involved in the past, you know, something similar type of situation, and then you're seeing yourself in this new situation that had similar elements, and it's playing out maybe a different way or maybe the same way. So are there patterns that you're replaying, or are you seeing the contrast and maybe gaining the confidence of, yeah, I'm a different person and things are happening for me in a different way. I don't have to be worried about reliving, let's say, a certain pattern if we've been able to see maybe our own personal growth. Okay. And then from the pool going to a beach, like the pool, it was really shallow and there wasn't much you could really do in it unless you were a little toddler, right? Because it was so shallow, and then it was just continuing to like drain out. And I thought, oh, I better fill it back up again. But instead, what presented was so much more. Having a lake and a beach and lots of people swimming in it. It just felt so much more abundant than that pool. So I feel like the message is, look at where you are at now and be in gratitude. Look for the beauty, the positivity in what is now presenting. There is beauty. There's no need for us to focus on the pimples, right? Because, you know, sometimes we're just gonna get a pimple and we're gonna deal with it. Eventually it's gonna go away. We can maybe cover it up or put some tea tree or lavender on it. We can deal with it. But look at all the beauty that is really there and how that can continue to expand and grow. You know, maybe from an Ontario, like I'm from Ontario, Canada, maybe from an Ontario beautiful beach, it turns into a gorgeous Caribbean beach, right? With a all-inclusive resort or something like that. So things are changing and evolving, and trust, if things have slowed down for you, maybe there's a time for you to have that introspection, for you to, did I just make up a word? No. For you to look within and do a little bit of a life evaluation. Okay, so that was Raphael. Hi, Choo-Choo. The next one is Six of Forces, the waterfall. Okay, more water imagery. I love that. Hi, Choo. Hello. You're moving me. Hopefully that didn't make you seasick. Okay, so when I think of water, I think about cleansing. Water is very cleansing. Waterfalls are very powerful. So it's a powerful flow that is, if you're not noticing it happening right now, it is there. You know, even if you don't necessarily hear the waterfall in the distance, that waterfall is always there. So there is a big, I was trying to do an analogy associated with a tree. If a tree falls in the woods, and so we're gonna leave that. So there's a big, powerful flow that if you don't necessarily see right now is happening, it is happening. And even if it is not presenting right now, this water is like coming down and it's stirring up stuff at the bottom. And when that happens, things can move, right? Move, circulation, flow. So if you already aren't seeing evidence of things presenting for you, you will see that shortly. There's also some additional messages that I want to take directly from the book. So waterfall 176. Okay, a towering waterfall roars down into a beautiful body of water in the upright position. Now, it was upright down here, even though I wasn't seeing the card, but I did bring it up upside down. So for some of you, the reverse might make more sense. So I will also read the reverse. So in the upright position, this card reminds you of your incredible personal power and supports your opening up to the force within. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves your life forward. The element of water is fluid. Like the waterfall, your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from your eternal past and roars into your limitless future. Extending into the farthest reaches of the universe, it is a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions as a well of expansion of psychic energy. Use this time to act on these and tap your power that is ever flowing. Tap into your power that is ever flowing. Okay, so reversed. This card indicates a situation when you're feeling a significant loss of power. This waterfall reverse shows that you are in an emotionally reactive time. You may feel like your life's turned totally upside down, or you may have unintentionally given your power to someone else, whether it's a lover, a boss, a family member, or a friend. Perhaps you are following another person's agenda in spite of your own intuition not to do so. In a more extreme form, you may have completely given up, falling into depression, or living according to the dictate that dictates another. It may seem foreign to you to do so, but it's a lesson that your soul longs for you to learn. During this phase, take the time in your meditations and restful states to tap the love, power, and value of your spirit. When you understand your true value, you will know that you deserve to carve out your own destiny, and you'll take the steps to do so. All right. Nice. So let's go with the final card here. The Oracle of Delphi. I've never had this card before. I'm going to show it to you. So there's a man in the background with a scroll. At first I thought he was wearing a mask, like a COVID mask, and then he just says, he has a white beard. Oh, there we go. Okay, so he has a scroll and he's looking at this woman who, she is in a place of openness. Her arm is out, being open to receive. She's not looking towards the man with the scroll though. She is looking in the opposite direction. There is some type of like sconce on the wall that is lit, and there is a big flame. And around the man with the scroll, there's like a wispiness of energy underneath the woman. It's like she's on a platform or a high chair. Underneath that, there's so much light that is coming upward. So, okay, and it is a 1. So I feel very much, I'm going to read what's in the book, but what is coming is also some new beginnings. And one moment. It's like what is coming is that I'll say the Oracle is predicting, I'm going to say abundance, predicting movement, predicting something coming forward. There is beauty. There is, she's not looking towards that though. And so I feel like there's an element of her wanting to have her own creation. which in this new time, we're all within new beginnings, we do have an opportunity to create our own path, like in the previous card. I'm drawn to going right to the book. So let's just see. The Oracle of Delphi. Awesome. 43. Okay. The Pythia, or the priestess of Delphi, sits upon a high three-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll. Okay, very cool. Well, the Pythia psychically receives the perceptions from Apollo. It is the priest who interprets her pronouncements. In this, we see the two keys of psychic experience: perception and interpretation. I feel like that dream was important for this too, so please keep the message from the dream in mind. When you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness. Because you have used this gift in so many past lives, you get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness, your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight of an Akashic vision of the world. So this is not only your psychic perceptions of what you're going through, but it's how the world is evolving. So how the energy is shifting, even your perceptions of how business is changing, money is changing, how acquiring resources will be changing. And the exchange of energy, the exchange of resources. I guess I was a little bit redundant there, but there is a shifting happening everywhere. If you notice, things are really expensive these days too, with groceries and stuff. And things are going to have to shift, but they might not shift in a way that you would have fathomed, let's say, like 5 years back. So trust in the insights and the thoughts and the feelings that are coming up. Write them down, as the card was saying. Sometimes you might need to allow them to sit and percolate, or sometimes you might be drawn to tell a friend. When I speak my dreams out, it actually helps with the interpretation of them. And sometimes they're dreams with messages helping me to release stress, tension, fear. But sometimes it's more of a premonition that will come through, but I don't always know it's a premonition at the time. Sometimes it feels that way. But then depending on what's going on, I can also interpret with the emotions that have been going on too. So anyways, it's very interesting when you actually finally get the clarity, because I had some dreams a little while back that actually were premonitions, and they were very accurate, which was very cool to have them come forward like that. So we're all very intuitive, so trust in those intuitive hits, write them down, stay positive, be in a place of gratitude for what's presenting, and move forward with your heart. Don't settle, but be open to the creative path that is unfolding. Because sometimes things take time, and what you want, what you really, really want, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. So what you really, really want, it might just happen like that. If you're focused on it, and I can be like, boom, it's there. And you'd be like, what? Where'd that come from, right? Or there might be some things that need to happen first. There might be a time delay because these things need to line up. So rather than be disappointed about what is currently unfolding, be in gratitude for that unfolding because it's getting you to where I'll say ultimately are going, but I don't want that to be a final, like the finalized ultimately, because our journey just keeps on going and we keep on learning and things keep on shifting and we continue to grow. So if you're interested in a one-on-one healing session or want to join one of my yoga classes, you can check out my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca. You can send me a message on one of my social media channels. My Instagram channel is the.joyful.yogini. I am also on Facebook, The Joyful Yogini, YouTube, The Joyful Yogini, and guess what? I'm The Joyful Yogini. Anyways, I hope you have a fantastic week. And if I don't connect with you before the holidays, happy holidays. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate a Diwali, happy Diwali, because that happened a little while ago. Whatever you celebrate, wishing you lots of love and abundance. From my light to yours. Namaste. Bye.